what's up? Hello, my name is Emma and today starts my final summer travel vlog. If you haven't gotten the chance to check out either of my previous travel vlogs, part 1 from London and part 2 from Paris, I will link them down below. But now we are on to part 3, which is once again London. I have 4 full days in London before I head back to America for the first time in 16 days. So I'm really looking forward to getting the most out of the last bit of my trip. That being said, I don't really have many plans though. Like, I'm just here to explore and have a good time and check out some things that I haven't gotten to do before when I was in London. I'm currently staying at a really nice Airbnb in like the Fulham, Chelsea area. So I am staying with people who live here, so I'm not going to show you the entire thing, but I will show you the areas that like I have access to. So the first thing you see from my bedroom door is this little coffee table that I've just been using to store a couple of my things. Then I have my bed, which is like super comfortable, so I'm really pleased with that. And this window that overlooks the rest of the apartment complex. There's my bedside table with this super cute painting, and then I have a big closet that I can put all my stuff into, but I decided not to unpack really. So today's plan is non-existent. I really don't have a direction, but I'm going to go grab like an early lunch because it's just about 12 o'clock now, and then I'm thinking of taking the trek all the way to Shoreditch, which is a neighborhood I visited in my last vlog, and I really loved it, but I didn't do anything but just like walk along the street, so I'd like to explore a little bit more. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go eat, then I'm gonna take like an hour underground to get from West London all the way to East London, but I'm really looking forward to it. So honestly, I've had like a really boring day. I got to Shoreditch and I've just been walking around. I actually went to a record store and picked up 2 vinyls for my dad because he really likes to collect vinyls, so I thought it would be a cool gift to get him from London. I walked to 2 different piercing places because I really want to get a new piercing while I'm here, and they were both closed. I get that it's a bank holiday, but I'm still disappointed about it because like everything else is open. And now I've literally just been sitting in this park, I think it's called Arnold Circus, and watching YouTube for an hour. It's just really hot out and like I'm feeling lazy. I don't want to walk around right now, so I've just been sitting under this nice tree and it's been pretty relaxing. I just don't spend all day out and about ever. I'm always like at home or at work or at school or doing schoolwork. So like going and just like non-stop walking around and exploring for what, like 11 days straight at this point is not typical for me, so I'm starting to run low on energy. From a long day of walking and exploring. I have to say it wasn't the most like exciting or adventurous day I've had in my travels so far, just because I didn't really have a plan and it really was just like a day to walk around. I have discovered while being on this trip that those days are not my favorite, so I'm gonna make a point to have some plans before I leave each day so that I can feel a little bit more like fulfilled and satisfied with what I do during the day, so it's not like just walking. I did buy some stuff, of course, which I'm going to show you. So first are the albums I bought for my dad. Number 1 is this Todd Rundgren album, which is someone that like my dad and mom have talked about over the years as an artist they both really like. And then I got my dad this Black Sabbath album, Live at Last, because Black Sabbath is his favorite band, so I hope he enjoys them both. I'm like really hoping he doesn't have both of them because I didn't want to ask him which ones to get, but I think he'll just appreciate the thought. And then I went to a ton of thrift shops just looking for myself. Not every every single store was open on Brick Lane that like I had seen open before, because again, it is a bank holiday. But I did find 2 new things that I really like. I also went into like 7 stores at least, and I loved a lot of the stuff. It's just a number 1, like they don't always have it in your size, and number 2, I just don't consider myself to be one of those people that's really good at finding stuff in thrift stores. First, I got this 90s button-up crop top that's like marble pattern, and I think it's really cute. It also has shoulder pads, which I thought was like a nice little addition, and I think it looks really cute. I don't own anything like it. And then I also got these cute little daisy pearl hanging earrings. And then the last 3 things that I bought were like from a souvenir shop. I just keep stopping in them hoping that I can like find cute England stuff for all the people that I need to pick up stuff for. I got this British flag postcard for myself just because I really like art prints and stuff, and I thought it was perfect. It was also only 30 pence. Like I haven't been spending that much money, which is good. I also picked up this little London pouch for my supervisor at work because I just figured it would be something she would enjoy. And I got this little box of tea, 3 different teas. I actually got one of these for myself, like a different brand and different photos. And I still have the boxes since like 2013 just because like I just love the idea of it. So I figured I could give one to my manager, one to my supervisor, and either keep one for myself or give it to someone else. So a pretty successful shopping day, I would say. For now, what I'm gonna do is I just ordered some pizza and picked it up, and now I'm going to eat some dinner and maybe read or edit a video or something, just like have a chill night in. So honestly, I wasn't having a great day to start. I haven't been feeling very well, and I feel like it is just a big combination of the heat in London, because it's like 85 degrees out every day, which I haven't been loving, and I'm just not used to going out every single day and spending so much time walking and exploring, so my energy is just really depleted, which just sucks because I only have like 3 days left and I really want to make the most of them, but god, do I just want to lay down and rest until the end of eternity. So I got to Notting Hill, which is where I am, and I had planned on like spending all day here just exploring, walking around, going to a few places that like I had marked on my map. And so once that happened, I was feeling really low, and I just wanted to like quit for the day, take the L, and just go home and rest so that I could be better equipped for the rest of my days. But I was like, I'm in Notting Hill, and the main reason I've come to Notting Hill is because I wanted to visit the location for the music video of 4 Gold Chains by Lil Peep. And so I was like, I'll just make the trek there, take some photos, and then go home. But I got there, and it was so awesome to be there, and I just feel completely rejuvenated. So I'll show you the footage that I took there really quick. Y'all, I am right in front of the 4 Gold Chains music video filming location, and I like can't believe I'm really here. This was like one thing that like I had to do before I left England, was to come to this filming location because it's the only one I know of. I don't want to spend too long here because like obviously this is a place where people actively live, but I got some really cute shots on the steps. And like I just wasn't having a great day up until now, but I came here and now I'm feeling so good. So yeah, going to the like iconic 4 Gold Chains stoop was really awesome, and now I'm going to head off to some afternoon tea, do some reading, drink some tea, eat some scones, and then we'll see where I go from there. If I'm still feeling tired, I will definitely go back to my Airbnb and just rest for the night. Otherwise, there are a few more things I wanted to check out in the Notting Hill area, so hopefully I will be feeling good enough to do that later. you don't think of Clary and Jay's every time you eat a cucumber sandwich, are you even a Mortal Instruments fan? I got home from Notting Hill a little while ago and I've just been sitting and chilling on my phone, and it's honestly just been what I really needed. I'll talk a little bit more about my day and like fill in the gaps that I feel I haven't talked about yet after I go find some dinner, but I figured why not start with today's haul, because that's what these vlogs are becoming. I'm doing like these daily mini hauls. But honestly, a lot of the gifts are for other people, so I don't feel bad about it. This is the hat I bought Michael. It says thank you next on it. I thought it was really cute, and it's like a color I can see him wearing a lot. I still want to find him like one more small thing that I feel is a little bit more indicative of me actually being in London, because like he can buy this in America. But I hope he likes it. And then I did buy 2 things for myself because I'm just a hoe for shopping. The first thing is just this really cute item I found while in the Notting Hill bookshop, and it is a book fan. So essentially the exterior of it is like made out of a book, and then when you open it, it's a fan with some book pages on it. Honestly, I just thought this would be like a cool item to keep on my bookshelf, but as I was walking around in the heat today, I was like, wait, I could actually use it as a fan. Who knew you could use fans as fans? And the other thing I'm really excited about is this little handcrafted notebook I bought. I was walking down Portobello Road as like the market was like just beginning to close, so I missed a lot of it, which is a shame, but like it's fine. But there was this one stand that had these amazing notebooks and I couldn't help but gush over them. So I found this one that has like the London Underground map on it, and I have really been wanting to get a nice journal for me to make like a little travel scrapbook when I get home. I know a lot of people like to do like journaling every day while they're on vacation, and that's something I would have loved to do, but I just know that like I want to dedicate time to making it really special and what exactly I want from the scrapbook, so I'm gonna do it when I get home. And something else I love about it is this little lock. So all you do is you just like push this little clasp and it opens. Also, the end pages have this like vintage map of the world, which I feel was like a good way to tie like London together with all the Paris stuff I'll also be putting in it, so it's not like just a London journal. Every time I do open it though, I'm afraid I broke it because it just sort of like flops over and it looks like it fell off. So I'm gonna go find some food. The like apartment complex development area I'm staying in does have this little strip that has a couple of restaurants and stuff, so I think I'm gonna head down there, find something to either take home or maybe sit there and eat, and just like relax for the rest of the night. So it's pretty late, but earlier tonight I had a really nice dinner. There's this place called Thyme and Honey that's like in the same sort of like apartment complex my Airbnb is in, and it was really nice. I went there for breakfast yesterday, I think, and it was pretty good, but I really enjoyed the dinner I had. I was planning on just taking it away and bringing it back to my room to eat, but the waiter was like, if you stay to eat, I'll get you a free drink. And I was like, I'm not gonna say no to a free beer. And I also took his recommendation. Oh my gosh, what was it called? I think it was called like chicken kaffa. They were like little chicken sausages with rice and fries, or chips as they're called here, and like a little salad, and it was really good. It was not something I would have ordered myself, so I definitely think I need to start taking like recommendations from the people who work at the restaurant, because it was really, really good. I feel like I didn't talk about the fact that I went to afternoon tea today, which was really lovely. And I'm so glad I was able to do it, because before I had gone to Ladbroke Grove, which is where the Four Gold Chains music video was filmed, I was like, I'm just gonna go home right after. Like, I have to cancel my tea reservation, which I was sad about, but I pushed through and went, and it was really, really cute. The tea shop, just decor, was like very classy. It was like exactly what I think you'd expect from a small tea room. Scones were delish, sandwich was delish, and tea was delish. I had a great time, and I got to bring home like half of it, which was really good. I was expecting it to not be a good day when I woke up not feeling well, but it actually turned into maybe like one of my favorite days that I've had in London so far. Good morning, or should I say afternoon, because it's like 2 p.m. at least, maybe it's 3. I really thought that like today was gonna be a totally open day where I could do whatever I wanted, but at like noon, when I was still in bed and like just getting ready, I realized that my tickets to the Warner Brothers Studio London tour were for today and not tomorrow. So I'm currently taking the overground. I'm like just finishing at my second stop, and then I have to take one more like train or bus to the studio tour, and then I can go. So the guy who scanned my ticket asked me if I had been here before, and I was like, well, I've been here but many years ago, and he was like, you probably won't even recognize it. And I was like, yeah, okay, like I know that there's new things, but I'm sure it'll be very similar, but even the entrance is just completely different and a million times more amazing. I just got hit with like such a wave of excitement, and I'm so happy to be here. I feel like I'm back at Harry Potter World, like the Wizarding World, which was an amazing trip. So I'm really excited to go through this tour again. So I decided to go into the gift shop and like do all of my merch shopping before I go through the tour, so I don't have to worry about doing it after. And like, this is dangerous because I've already seen at least like 5 things that I could realistically see myself leaving with today. So we'll see, but I'm most definitely getting myself some Harry Potter merch. cafe right now. It's like the halfway point of the tour. I wanted to save a little money today, so I got one of those Tesco like 3-pound meal deals, which honestly is like a steal. The tour so far is so cool. Like there's a lot that I have already seen, but they've added so much, and not that it was ever not good, because it was amazing the first time I was here, but I feel like what they've added just brings so much more to the tour. Things I hadn't seen before was definitely the Forbidden Forest. That's like really new, and I thought it was like seriously cool. You felt very immersed in the forest. I think King's Cross Station is also new. I do not remember that being there when I came here the last time. I actually feel like I'm making really great time with the tour because I don't have to stop for a couple of things, just because number one, I've seen a lot of the tour before, and number two, like I just recently went to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I feel like they've also added a few cool new like photo booth opportunities and whatnot, like the Hogwarts Express. You can get on and take photos in front of it, but I've already ridden the Hogwarts Express at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, so like I don't need to wait on the line to do that. Oh, let me show you what I bought. I was so good. I only bought 2 things, and I feel like I should go back and buy myself one more thing for being so good. The first thing is this Hermione's Yule Ball dress ornament. I like gushed over this when I was at the theme park, and I wanted it so bad, but that was like a massive Harry Potter merch. Like I saved up so much money to buy my robes and my scarf and just Weasley sweater and everything. So I didn't want to buy it while I was there, but I have been eyeing it for so long. I've been thinking about it since I left the amusement park, so I got one, and like every year my mom and my sister and I, we always get new ornaments, and so I thought this would be like a really, really lovely one to have. And then the other thing I bought is the time turner. Now, I had a time turner from such a long time ago. I maybe was like 13 when there was like a Harry Potter exhibition in New York. It's kind of like a miniature version of what they had here, so I got to see a lot of props and costumes, and at that exhibition I bought, or my mom bought, a time turner for me, but over the years it has broken from me wearing it and like using it in videos and stuff, so I really wanted to get a new one, and I felt like this was like the best gift for me to get for myself. So yeah, I'm having a great day, I'm making great time, and I can't wait to continue the tour. I'm like so interested to see what else they're gonna have, because of all the new stuff here just in the first half, I'm just like, what else could they add? So I'm home after a lovely day at the Warner Brothers Studios. The main reason why I came back to London instead of going somewhere else is because like my plane ticket was already from London, but the second main reason was I wanted to go to Harry Potter Studios again, and this week was like the only time I could find an open slot. I literally cannot believe I almost missed it. Oh my god. I'm such an idiot. But I made it and everything was fine. It was more than fine. It was a really wonderful day. So I was able to make it through a couple of things quickly, but like nonetheless, it was so cool. I feel like they just added so many amazing things and it was totally a highlight of like my entire trip. Afterwards, I got some drinks with a friend. We went to this gay bar near Piccadilly Circus that was called The Yard, and I really liked it. There were a couple of gay bars in that area that looked really cool, so definitely next time I come back to London, I'll have to go back to The Yard and check out some of the other spots. Tomorrow. What is on the agenda for tomorrow? Nothing. I do want to get like up and out early tomorrow. I'd really like to have like a full day, and I also want to spend a little time in the morning like packing up so I don't have to do everything right before my flight. But yeah, overall really great day. I was expecting it to be like super chill, do nothing, rest day, but it turned into something that was very exciting. Now it is time for me to go back to watching Doctor Who and go to sleep. I'm really amazed that I've almost completed 5 full seasons of Doctor Who in like the 2 weeks that I've been here. I just watched Vincent and the Doctor while I was doing a little bit more packing, and I cried because I always cry. And now I'm watching The Lodger, which is another favorite episode of mine. It just makes me laugh so hard, and 11 is my favorite, so like being back in Matt Smith's episodes has been super exciting. Good morning. It is my last day in London before I go home, and I'm so sad. Literally the fact that I have to like go back to normal life after 2 weeks of doing nothing but what I want every day, like I want a refund. I decided to finally get some use out of the balcony, so I'm sitting here eating some breakfast, and I'm about to do my makeup with like this lovely view of the Thames in the background. I have like a weird amalgamation of leftovers for breakfast. I have my chicken kaffa with chips and rice, and then a sandwich. So I'm gonna hopefully get ready pretty quickly because it's a little bit later than I would have liked to get out my last day, but I spent the morning like doing a little bit of packing and relaxing, so it was all around good, and then we'll head out. I bought another book because I've got no self-control. To be fair, it is another book that I can't get in the US, and I saved money on international shipping because I was gonna buy it anyway, so I mean, good plan on my part. for just like a little while. I think right now I'm in like the Leicester Square, Piccadilly area. I went to Foyles, which honestly was probably my favorite like chain bookstore that I've been to in London. I know that like Waterstones has, in my opinion, been like the big one, but I really, really liked Foyles. That's just fucking rude. We'll finish this later. Right now I'm actually standing like right under the Palace Theater, which is where they show and perform Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which is really cool. Speaking of Harry Potter though, I went to this little shop slash exhibition called the House of Mina, and it was all about the graphic design from the Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts films. It was so great. More on that later. Right now, I'm actually about to go get some piercings. Finally, I found a shop that was willing to take me as a walk-in, and I'm hyped. My goal was really to get like this 3 piercing thing, but they said they would probably only do 2 to not upset the healing process. And like honestly, I always love a shop that's gonna tell me like to do less, because that means that they're very trustworthy in my opinion. So hopefully I'll come back with some new piercings. Maybe we'll walk around a little bit more, get some lunch. I'll show you the things I bought at House of Mina and the book that I bought. But honestly, it's turning into a really good day. I'm glad that I like came over here for my last full day in London to do some exploring, and I think I'm just gonna keep moving east a little bit and hit all the bookstores I want to before I leave. So y'all wanna know something wild? So this is the current bookmark I'm using, and I actually got it because I bought like a used book and this was still in it, and I brought it with me to England because I was like, oh duh, British flags. I accidentally stumbled into the bookshop where they're from. What like a weird bout of synchronicity that like the one bookmark that I decided to bring to England that I literally like came from nowhere because it was in a book I already bought happens to be from one of the bookstores that I decided to go to. I also didn't know that Persephone Books was a publisher. I just thought it was a bookstore, and then when I walked in and all the books had the same gray packaging, I was like, wow, like I guess they like print their own covers. It's really cool. But they all like, they're all their own books, which is really cool. So right now I just decided to pop a squat in this little park. I believe it's called Bushwick Garden Square. Honestly, I'm like really feeling the vibe here. There's like a bunch of leaves on the ground, so it feels like fall, and the trees are gorgeous. Their branches and leaves hang so low, so it's just like a cool area. Honestly, I might just stay here for a bit, but I've been having such a good day so far, and I haven't felt like I've updated you at all, so that's what we're gonna do now. First up, I went to Foyles, which I talked a little bit about, and I decided to buy the collector's edition of Crooked Kingdom by Libri. I don't know why my ass thought it was a good idea to buy this big ass hardcover, because I do not have space for it, but I will figure it out. But yeah, I have the Six of Crows collector's edition, and I was going to buy this anyways, so it just made more sense for me to get it while here. Then I went to House of Mina, which was so freaking cool. Like, it was on Momo's recommendation list of something she wanted to do when we were together. We didn't get to it, so I decided to go myself because it was in the area that I was going to be in today, and I literally didn't even know what it really was at first. I just knew it was like a Harry Potter type shop, and so I asked one of the shopkeepers because I was like, listen, I'm here on a recommendation, I don't even really know what this space is, and he said that the 2 designers just wanted to open up a space, like a little gallery, for Harry Potter fans to like come and see all of the original artwork for free. And it was so cool. It's like 4 floors and just like all of these things that you do not notice from the Harry Potter films. All of like the posters and advertisements and tickets and like the Marauders map and just like pretty much most of the art from Harry Potter, like the Black family tree. Oh my god, everything. It was so much cooler than I expected. So honestly, if you're a Harry Potter fan and you're going to London, you must make it to House of Mina Lima. I did buy things because it's my last day, so I got all my money to blow. So the main thing that I ended up purchasing was this pack of postcards of book covers that were designed for Harry Potter. So obviously Advanced Potion Making is one of them, but on the back they have the Tales of Beedle the Bard, Dark Arts Defense, Hogwarts a History, Magical Water Plants of the Mediterranean, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Rune Dictionary, History of Magic, Tri-Wizard, Tragedies, and Gilderoy Lockhart's Travels with Trolls. And so there's actually 2 sets of every postcard in here, so I thought this would be a really great gift for me to give to Monica. So like I'll keep half the cards and I'll give the other half to her, because I don't think she has these, but I feel like it's something she'd really appreciate. And then at checkout, I like knelt down to get my wallet out of my bag and I saw these adorable postcards. It has like this stained glass look to it, but it has a Slytherin crest on it, and I was like, I have to get it to put on my wall. So yeah, both of those things were in like the first like hour of what I did today. So I started off things really strong. Then I got my piercings, which I actually didn't show you. But so these are my 2 new piercings, if they're even in frame. I can't look at my viewfinder right now. I actually wanted to get like 3 in a row. Then I got some lunch at Eat Tokyo, which was really, really good. One of the people who work at the piercing and tattoo shop had a bento box that I obviously got from right across the street, and I was like, I want a bento box. So I got one along with some gyoza and some Japanese soda and miso soup, and it was just really, really delicious. I actually got to take a lot of it home, which I've been loving. Like, leftovers are really underrated. Always buy food and just have half of it later. Then I went to Persephone Books, which I talked a little bit about. So let me show you, I got their bi-monthly or biannually newsletter, which I'm excited to flip through later. And I bought some bookmarks because I was like, listen, like I'm having this like weird bookmark experience coincidence thing. I feel like I gotta buy some bookmarks here. They were only 50p. Give me a break. So I picked up 4 of them, one for me, Monica, Natalia, and Michael. Oh, the sun's like shining through the trees right now. I'm having such a great day. Still don't really have any plans for today. I'm in the middle of walking to Judd Books, which is like the 3rd to last bookstore I would like to visit today. Seriously though, I just want to sit here and read for a bit, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. You know, we really almost made it through like my entire trip without a big mishap. Like I thought me almost forgetting my Harry Potter tour tickets were gonna be the worst of it, but no. I just broke my camera. The lens is stuck, it fell, and it is broken. I have to drop hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a new vlog camera now, and I'm so freaking upset about it. I'm trying to look on the bright side that this happened on like the last day of my trip, and like the rest of my footage is completely fine and perfect, but man, I'm so gutted right now. I'm in that mood where I just like don't even want to like do anything for the rest of the day. Like I just want to go back to my Airbnb and lay down. So I decided I'm not going to give up right from the get-go. I'm going to go find a cafe, have a cup of tea, maybe a nice little dessert / snack, because that's just what you do in England when you encounter problems, you get tea. And I think it might really help me raise my spirits a little bit. And then afterwards, I'll decide on how I'm feeling, if I want to go find something else to do or if I want to just head back to my Airbnb. Like, that's fine, because I think this is a very reasonable reaction for me to be having right now. To maybe like 5 cafes, and they're all either closed even though they said they were open, or they don't have their hours listed online. All I want is a cup of tea and a nice treat so I don't cry. Is that too much to ask for? So now I'm walking to Starbucks because I just can't count on you indie shops that I want to support because y'all like to make your own hours, but American corporations will always want to take my money. So before I take my last sleep of England, I thought I'd show you like the final things, the final gifts I bought for other people today. I just counted before, and like I got gifts for 10 different people. Like I just really wanted to spoil some people in my life with this trip, so I'm really satisfied with what I got everyone. The first is for my friend named Matt. He is super into film, like into film more than anyone I've ever met in my entire life. He watches the new releases, he watches indie films, and he's like also into like European indie films from like the 1930s to 70s. Like he's so into film. And so I did manage to go to Judd Books today before I went home, which was a really nice used bookstore. It was definitely more focused on nonfiction compared to a lot of the fiction bookstores I went to, so I didn't personally find anything I wanted there. But they had a really nice film section, so I was like, oh, maybe I could like find him a book about one of his directors that we've talked about. In searching our text messages though, I couldn't find the names of any of the directors that he was interested in, but I did find this book that is European Cinema, an Introduction, and so it basically takes like 12 or so different films and uses them as a case study to explore a lot of the common themes. But what's interesting about this book is one of the films they talk about is a very famous French film called La Haine. And looking back in our text messages, Matt talked about how he recently bought it because he wanted to rewatch it, so I thought it would be a really great fit for him. Next, I just picked up a few sweets for Kaylee and Kristen. Like Kaylee has lived in London for a long time, and the two of them are actually coming back to London in a few months, so I didn't feel a need to get them any like quintessential London souvenirs. So I just picked up these sweets from M&S. These are Percy Pigs, and these are Veggie Colin and Connie, the caterpillars, and these don't have gelatin in them. So I hope they enjoy them. And finally, I found Michael a set of rings, which is something that I wanted to get him because that was one of the suggestions he gave when I asked what he would want. So the first one has this little like wolf or coyote skull. This one just has like a tan stone on it. And this one just says next, which I thought was cute because I got him the hat that says thank you next. So like they all match together. So yeah, this is my last night in London because my flight is at 2:30 p.m. tomorrow. So I'm basically just getting up and going to the airport. I will definitely do like a final like overall trip wrap up once I get home and settled. But wish me luck traveling. Really came through with afternoon tea, complete with a scone, clotted cream and jam, and even a little finger sandwich. So I am home from my European travels this summer. This was truly the trip of a lifetime for me. Not only did I get to go back to my favorite place in the world, which is London, but I also got to explore a city I have dreamt about and been very passionate about since I was a teenager. Many of you know that this trip was initially planned for me to see my boyfriend, who was living in England at the time, but we had broken up before I was able to go. So it was a very unexpected solo travel trip, but I wouldn't change anything about it. I learned so much about myself and grew way more than I ever expected to in that like 2-week trip. So yeah, I'm really grateful I had the opportunity to take this trip, and I'm even more thankful that I documented the entire thing so that no matter how old I am, I can go back and relive this exact trip the way it was. And I also hope you guys enjoyed following me along on these summer travel vlogs. If you haven't seen the other two from London and Paris, I will link those in the description again. And definitely let me know what your favorite part of either this vlog or any of my London and Paris vlogs were, because I love reminiscing on all the amazing things that happened. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon for a new one. Bye!